Welcome back to the We Are T1D podcast. Everything we say is through personal experience and opinions and can be taken as guidance, but is 100% not to be taken as medical advice.
Again and again and again, people, we are not doctors.
Doing it again and again. Get up, get down, tell your friend.
Oh.
Wait, I just got a phone call, 2 seconds.
Hello, Dad, it's your favourite podcaster here.
What's your name?
You can't say so it's your name then, because that was my script.
Oh, sorry. Oh, it must be Ashleigh.
Oh, I heard you and Jack are desperate to get me on your podcast.
Yeah, when do you think you can get on by?
Well, we live together, so I'm free anytime. I'll add a little bit more laughter to your podcast, alright, mate?
All right, mate. We'll get you on this episode. Sorry about that, Jack.
Yeah.
So
Welcome back. As you already know, we've got a special guest a bit later on in the show.
yeah, she's not allowed on yet.
Not yet, no, she's got to wait. So we're going to start off with the struggles and the wins.
Yeah. So, Jack, what is your win this week?
Do you know what? My win this week is, I think, getting offered the Dexcom G7. I'm quite excited about that, to be honest.
You're leaving Team Libre.
Yeah, I'm leaving Team Libre, sadly. It was fun while it lasted. It's not you, it's me. Nah, it's the way they can be positioned, obviously, because the Libres have to go on the back of your arms. And for the past, say, maybe 3 sensors, I've ended up having to either take off or I've had to battle through having sort of like false readings all the time because I keep knocking them at work. So my DSN has said to me that the Dexcom G7s can actually be worn in a numerous amount of places in different sites. So I can put it on my thigh, I can put it on my abdomen, I can wear it on the back of my arse as such. You can still wear it in the backs of your arms as well. So I think you're a bit more, I can't think of the word, a bit more, well, sport for choice really. You can put it anywhere, I think.
Yeah. What, is that still legal to drive as well? Do you know?
The G7s? What do you mean?
Yeah, with Libre, on the back of the arm, it has to be on the back of the arm, otherwise it can't be used as a check.
Oh, okay.
Is the Dexcom the same?
I haven't actually looked into that, to be honest, but that's irrelevant to me because I still have to use my finger prick or BNBN. I still have to use that to adhere with my lorry license, so I think that's my win. As I say, I do have one other sort of win. I only had one day where I had a low alarm this week, which is pretty good, and that's at work as well.
Wow, that's really good, Jack.
Yeah, I'm sort of started to get to know. I've changed my ratios a little bit. I'm eating slightly more carbs at my lunchtime at work, and I have actually changed my not changed as such. I've just lowered it slightly just to experiment a little bit to find that sweet spot with my long lasting because I kept crashing at work so much.
So the advice I've been giving you week after week, and actually done it on the podcast last episode.
yeah, I've done it, but I had to hear it from my nurse first.
Yeah, he trusts Bob more than me. God, it hurts.
Yeah. But yeah, I was doing 14 units. I dropped it down 13. I was still going slightly lower at work. So that day I spoke to Bob and he advised me to drop it down to 12. And 12 seems to work for me while I'm at work. As I say, I only had one low alarm on the day that I done 12 units of my background insulin. So
that is a very good win for this week then.
Yeah, but the trouble is that brings me on to my struggle because, like an idiot, I forgot to change it back on the weekend on my non-working days. So I've spent all weekend being so high, and I hate it.
After the steroid injection, I know how you feel, mate.
Yes, it's very frustrating, and I also do have a slight cold coming in. As I don't know whether you can tell on the podcast, I might sound a bit sniffly or a bit deep voiced and croaky this week, but it might not sound any different at all. I don't know, but I have been sort of coldy, horrible, waking up with snot and headaches and things like that. So that probably playing a bit of a part in it as well.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. But that's the weird thing because it counteracts what you got to do with work, because you're supposed to raise your long-lasting or basal, whatever people want to call it, if you're ill.
Yeah.
So
Yes. See, I didn't even know that until you told me the other day, didn't you? I didn't even know that.
But he won't listen to me, people. He'll wait for Bob to tell him.
No, no. Do you know what? I've spoken about illness with my DSM before, but I didn't think this was an illness as such. I just thought I was just feeling rough because I kept having high blood sugars because I was trying to find that sweet spot with my Lantus. And even the nurse said, like, if you don't do enough, like whilst you're trying to find your right units, then you are going to have a couple of days where you're higher, because obviously I'm not doing enough background insulin. But it's all trial and error. We are experimental.
Yeah. And only yourself can find the right measure for your own body, because everyone's body is different. So what works for one person won't work for another person.
Exactly.
It's a big headache, unfortunately. But
that's what we have to do. And exactly, we will get there once I find out where that. Well, I've now worked it out. Obviously, I need to do 12 on my days of work, and I need to keep it to 14 for my non-active days.
Yeah. No, that definitely works.
What's your struggle and win?
To be fair, my win is a bit similar to yours, because before I used to have about 7 to 10 hypos a week. Since I raised my alarms, in the last 30 days, I've had 11 registered hypos on my sensor.
Oh, wow. So that's good then. Is that a lot lower than what you was before?
Well, yeah, I used to get this in a week.
Wow. So, all right. Well, that's a round of applause for you then, right?
Yeah. I didn't do your round of applause.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but one hypo at work, Jack, that's really good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
But, and also, after the steroid, I actually had a 100% day, where I was 100% in range.
So the steroids are leaving your system then, or have left your system, as I say?
I believe so, but my ratio still isn't right, but I don't know what it is. But after that 100%, as all 100% go, I had a 40% straight after. I was like, okay.
My percentages ain't been great over the past couple of days, to be honest. But I'm still 65% in my range for the week, so
yeah,
it's not bad.
I just looked at mine. I'm 71 for the week, so it's a lot better than the week before.
Oh, we've really traded places.
Well, this only 10%, mate.
What's your struggle then?
But my struggle this week, probably a 3-hour long hypo I had at work.
Oh, wow.
So, but that was my fault. I was low and I was hungry at the same time, so I thought, sod it, I'll just eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
Because my alarm goes off at 4.5, so I thought, if I eat a sandwich, it just picked me up slowly.
Yeah.
But it dropped really quick. So I'd eaten the sandwich, and now I'm thinking anything I eat is going to be slowed down. Like anything I treat with is going to be slowed down because of all the sandwich I've just eaten. So I thought, so I had mango juice, I had glucose tabs, the lift ones. I think I had a bit of a lift shot as well. And 3 hours later, let's just say I couldn't leave work when I finished work.
Oh, that's mad, man. That's mad.
So I was stuck at work for an extra 2 hours, I think it was.
Yeah, that's what. Do you know what? I had a similar thing at work a couple of weeks ago.
What, just stayed low?
Yeah, well, I forgot to mention it on one of the episodes the other week. I actually wrote it down, the amount of food that I was going so low all day, and no matter what I ate would pick me up at all. It would blip up to like 5 maximum, and then it would just shoot straight back down again. But if you bear with me, I'll read this long list of snacks that I had all day, and then I'll tell you how many carbs it was.
Yeah. Do you know the only thing I'm curious of?
Go on.
Is there any niece biscuits on it?
I was waiting to see how long that had come out in this episode. No, there's not actually. I'll tell you, I had throughout the day, because I was battling so many lows, I had a small latte, which was 8.9 grams in total. A Cadbury's Time Out bar was 10.5 grams. I had 250ml cans of Coke, which are 15 grams each. I had 3 chocolate fiber bars, which were 10.2 grams each. 5 apple juices, which are 12.5 grams each.
What?
A cocoa pot. Yeah, I promise you, this is no lie. I had to eat all of this in one day at work. This is how active I was at work. A cocoa pot bar, which is 14 grams. A dairy milk mini, like a tiny one, which is 15 grams. 2 oat protein bars, which were 10.8 grams. And then I had 73 grams of carbs for my lunch, but I only done 6 units. So in total, without extra...
I was going to say,
what
is everything together? Because I lost count.
Yeah, well, without the extra carbs that I'd done at lunch, which was an extra 13 grams of carbs at lunch, the total carbs that I intook that day to keep me going, and it still didn't pick me up above 5, was 197.6 grams of carbohydrates.
197. Let's just say 200 grams, yeah?
Yeah, more or less. So that's like 20 units worth.
And how many units did you inject while you were at work?
6. The whole day.
Oh, wait, that was your lunch as well. So 200 was without lunch.
Yeah, and then I done 73 grams of carbs for lunch with 6 units.
Right, so you basically had 270 grams of carbohydrate at work and how many units?
6.
Right. Right. I'm speechless.
Yeah, it was. I honestly didn't know what to do. Like, I just, it got to the end of it when I was physically, like, I was force feeding myself these stuff just to keep me going. I did not, like, sometimes I like a low because you get a snack.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you think, oh, all right, my sugars are going low. Touch, I get to have a little treat, pick me up.
Yeah, I love popcorn.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly. Usually, you think, oh, touch, I'll get to go and have a little chocolate bar or something, or oh, yeah, sweet, I'll go and have a packet of crisps quickly, and I'll be all right in 10 minutes. But literally, I was so active, and that was also before I knew about reducing my background insulin as well. So I was still on my full 14 units then. So that was probably pushing me down quite a lot as I was so active.
Yeah.
But still, 200 grams of carbs. It was a lot of food that I had to eat just to keep me going.
That is insane. Your ratio sounds like what mine was when I was on steroids.
Yeah, it was mental. It was. I was to say, I was getting so stressed with it. Like, even my boss kept looking at me every time my alarm going off. Even he started he was like, again, really, again? Because he's sitting there. I'm like, bruv, you've just seen how much food I've eaten. He's like, yeah, no.
He's probably thinking you've changed your text tone to your alarm tone.
Yeah. Trying to put a fast one on that. Oh, I've got to sit down and have a snack, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. What, again? 2 minutes later? oh, mate, that's horrible.
Yeah, it was, as I say, it was just like I didn't know what to do, man. I just kept eating and eating and eating and eating, and nothing would happen. It was just mental.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. 273 grams of carbs.
And 6 units.
So 210 grams to stay afloat.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what digging holes does to you.
Yeah.
Great fun. Any diabetics, I don't recommend being a fencer. And if you already are out there or you're in the trade, then you know the struggle.
I'm just still shocked.
Yeah, it was mad.
How did you remember what you ate? Did you keep the wrappers?
No, I was writing it down because I knew. Usually, I sort of I started you remember what you eat during the day anyway, 90% of it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I do. But then after a while, I kept, every time the alarm went back off and I've got to go back to the van to go and get a snack. So all I was doing was it was instantly a click. I need to write this down.
Yeah. Wait, everyone. Jack is very, very good because if he has something out of a multi-pack, and obviously it says the carb grams on the multi-pack, it don't say it on the single bar inside. He gets a permanent marker and writes how many grams of carb there is on that bar.
Yeah, I do. I do.
So he knows what he's doing. Like, I always say it, he's a very, very good diabetic.
I actually got told that by my DSN this week. He told me I'm doing excellent.
Because you are.
He jinxed me, because then the next day, I've been high ever since.
Well, it's like the story of the 100%, isn't it? You have a good day, like 100%. Yeah, I'm 100% enraged. Sod it. We don't care no more.
Oh, this will make you laugh, actually. Talking of being so high, I finished work one day last week, and I haven't actually told you this yet either. I went to the BP garage. I fancy some yum-yums, because I quite like their yum-yums out of there. So I walked in there, and obviously BP is famous for the police. There's always police in the BP getting the coffees. So anyway, I think there was 3 of them. They was all stood by where you get the coffees in the corner. And then I was stood on the aisle behind them looking at all the cakes. So, ironically, I got a high glucose alarm whilst I'm looking at the cakes. I think that was a diabetes warning sign, like, don't do it.
Don't do it, man.
But as you can imagine, you're in a shop. It's a petrol garage, so it ain't the loudest. Your alarm is loud.
Yes.
So I can see them. I'm crouching down on the floor looking at all the carbs on the back of the packets, trying to justify what one I can ruin my blood sugars with. And my alarm's gone off, and I've looked up instantly because I knew they was all standing there, and all 3 of them meerkatting, like looking, like, what's that? So I've just stood up out of nowhere, like, just, hello.
Hi, I'm Jack. Welcome back to the We Are T1D.
I just pulled my phone out my pocket and went, don't worry. I scanned my arm and showed them the screen. I was like, I'm diabetic. To be fair, they all started laughing. One of them was just like, we thought you was nicking something. I was just like, you cheeky bastard. It was quite. I was cracking up. That was quite
Sorry,
funny.
I'm just
man.
counting my carbs, and my sensor told me off.
yeah, literally. But honestly, the looks that I was getting, bruv, was that they thought I was trying to run out with a couple of packets of Belgian buns or something, mate. I don't know.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't know if anyone else, if any of our listeners have had any stories like that where your sensor alarm's gone off in quite some socially awkward positions or situations. Like, send them in.
Do you know what? Just for the banter, I might change my high alarm to the same as a security alarm system.
Oh, that would be funny.
Like, just walk in the shop going high. Sorry, it's a sensor. Walk out of the shop and it's going beep, 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 beep. Mate, I'm diabetic. Stop judging me.
Is that your cat?
Yeah. Do you know I heard him on the last episode?
Yeah, so did I.
I was cracking up. I was like, shit, I can't edit it out.
No.
Look, he's going to say Michael in a minute. Watch this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's ignoring me now. Bastard.
You had any funky recipes you've been trying this week? Because I know you like to cook, or you've been doing any meal prep at all? Or
do you know what? I have done no meal prepping. Since I didn't know my carb ratio, what's the point of tracking it, I thought? It's quite depressing, isn't it?
You've got a point, to be fair.
My new thing now is, if I'm high and need to do a correction, I'll eat a chocolate bar, inject for the chocolate bar as well as doing the correction, so I'm giving myself a treat for being high. It's helping my mental, okay?
That's actually not a bad way of doing it, to be fair. I had a kebab for the first time this week, for 6 months.
How did that go?
Oh, it was so nice and so greasy.
Well, what one was it? Was it chicken, just normal doner, or?
No, do you know what? I did stand in there and I was thinking, right, I should really play it safe and get a chicken shish or something like that. But then I was looking at it and it's got loads of marinade on it. You can't really ask your local kebab shop like what sort of marinade is in the chicken. Quite a weird question to be asking, to be honest. And then so I thought, I'll have the lamb shish. But that was the same. That had loads of marinade all over it as well.
Oh.
So I was just like, what do I do now? So I was looking like I should really get the chicken doner because it's less fat.
Yeah. That's what I usually get.
Do you know? Yeah, to be honest, mate, it was like a bit of a angel and a devil moment because the angel popped up and went, "Yeah, chicken doner," but then instantly the devil popped up and he's gone, "Nah, get the lamb." So what did I listen to?
I don't know. I'm thinking you're a bit devilish that night.
Yeah, I did. I got the lamb. I thought if I'm going to have a kebab for the first time in 6 months, I'm going to do it in style. I even left a little note on my Libre app to my consultants and my nurses so they can have a look at it if they check my levels, and just told them that I'm having a kebab for the first time within 6 months. Please don't judge me. I don't know how they're going to take it, but hey ho, it's I like to make a laugh out of these situations because that's
just like me.
the only way you can keep going, mate, to be honest.
Well, it's like at the weekend, obviously, it's the king's coronation.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So I put in my little app on the notes, having a drink for the king.
What's it?
So yeah, hopefully they got a sense of humour because I went a bit high. But then I come back perfectly and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't go, well, I went higher, but I didn't go back down. That was the thing. You've got to be human. So, like, it's too hard to be so strict all the time. It plays with your head.
Do you know, I'm glad you're finally realising that.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore, Mike. Like, I'm just, it's nice to be, it's nice to be strict and it's nice to be in range, but sometimes you have to have that naughty side of you. Yeah, it just indulge a little bit. It has to be done. You can't go your whole life just eating salads.
Unless you're a rabbit.
Well, yeah, or a vegan.
Oh yeah, they do that as well. I'm joking, by the way, guys. But rabbits do eat salad.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I'm quite, do you know what? I'm quite envious of people that can eat healthy all the time because I wish I could. I enjoy eating healthy, but sometimes it's too much for me and I need the crap.
If I do something right for too long, I feel like I've become boring, so I need to do something wrong. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, like, it doesn't make you feel like yourself because, do you know what? Before I was diagnosed, I obviously had diabetes. I just didn't know. Like, I would never ever walk past a Greggs without going in there and buying a cake.
Yeah.
Like, I would hardly ever walk past a Wenzel's without going in there and buying like a sausage roll or just a cake for later, or going in Costa's and getting a coffee. Like, I'll just, like, you never think about it. So why do we have to now? That's what I'm sort of getting, that sort of aspect. I understand, like, sometimes when you've got high blood sugars, then you have to be a bit more self-controlled because it's harder to control if you just keep shoving crap in your face.
Exactly. And if you don't have it, you're not going to learn how to deal with it if you do have it. So it's better to just do it, see how your body reacts, see if you got the insulin right for what you had, and then if you did get it right, well done.
Yeah.
That'd be a win. If you didn't get it right, it's still a win because you're going to learn from your mistake.
That's what I did with the kebab shop. I went in there and I had exactly what I wanted, exactly how I wanted. I injected for it as I thought I could and as to the best as I could. It obviously didn't work, but now I know that I need to do a little bit more next time I have a kebab. That's it. That is just a learning curve that we have to go through sometimes. It's I think it's about time we get our special guest on.
Oh, should we let her on?
Do you think so?
I think she seems excited.
Yeah, well, as I say, we spoke briefly before we started recording and she sounds very excited to be coming on, so...
Right, guys, this is last year here for me, maybe, for a little bit, so I'll hand it all over.
Right, we starting this, everyone ready?
Yep.
Do you know the signs of when your dad is high levels?
Yes. It's really stressy. Gets really annoyed when the shoes. It's like, there's a shoe! And he trips over them with his big feet.
So he moans a lot, does he? What about when he's low?
When he's low?
Is it completely different when he's low?
Oh my God. When he's low, oh my days. comes into our room playing Barbie girl, being like, "Oh, girly pup." So weird.
Yeah, because he gets really silly when he goes low, doesn't he?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, as we found out on last week's episode. What's your dad's favourite thing to eat when he's low? What does he treat his hypos with?
Well, he's got Reese's Pieces right next to me. Sometimes he has like Lucasade Monsters, and then popcorn. He's a bit obsessed with popcorn. When I ask for popcorn, he just gives me one piece and says, "Oh, there you go. That's all you can have." Selfish much.
I can't eat popcorn. It ruins me. It makes me go really, really high about an hour later.
Maybe you should have it when you're low then.
Thanks, expert.
I know. Doctor.
What's the most embarrassing thing your dad does when he's low? Does he start acting up?
Yeah, especially when I'm around the shop with him and he goes low, he gets annoying, trying to embarrass me in front of every person there is.
What sort of thing does he do?
He picks up random stuff, like say there's a little like kiddie thing. He goes, "Oh girls, you told me you needed this, didn't you?" We're like, "Shut up."
That's just me being the great dad I am.
Yeah, you got to have fun, didn't you? You got to have fun.
No, it's embarrassing.
Has he ever scared you with his diabetes? Has anything ever happened that's made you a bit worried?
Yeah, when he drinks and like he doesn't pay attention to his like sugars, they go out the window and he's like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
alcohol." And then once he like fell out of a caravan. It was so funny.
I'll take it you was alright, mate.
Yeah, I was fine. Don't worry about me. It was raining and the step was wet, and I doubt I was low because I had drunk so much.
Well, so that's a mixture of a lot of alcohol, rain, steep steps, and high blood sugars. It don't sound very good, mate.
Well, it was until it wasn't.
The question was, have you ever had something to scare you? And we went on to say how you fell out of a caravan.
Which she laughed at, so I don't think she was scared.
No, and then that time where I woke up and there was a bunch of paramedics around him. It's a bit scary.
Oh, really? I bet that was pretty scary.
Yeah, Jamie was the hero there, not me.
Has he ever gone low when it's just been you and him together?
Yeah, but I kind of have to like handle it really well. Like I have to do everything. He just sits there.
What a load of rubbish.
Well,
No,
so you're not Nurse Ashleigh then? You just leave him to get onto it, do you?
Yeah.
In your opinion, Ashleigh, don't worry about what your dad says for now. Just blank him out.
Yeah, literally.
What does he moan about the most with his diabetes?
Driving, shoes on the floor.
Shoes on the floor.
He gets so annoyed with shoes on the floor because it's big feet. He doesn't watch where they go.
That's just part of being an adult. When you get older, you'll understand how annoying it is when you clean the house and then someone comes in and ruins it.
Well, he doesn't clean. It's normally our mum. He's quite lazy.
Oh, you're getting exposed this week, Michael.
I've always said I'm lazy.
And then, what else? Once, he stepped on my clip because it was on the floor for like 1 second. And then because he was high, he blamed it on me.
Well, it's your clip.
You left the clip there. I'm with your dad on this one. You left it there.
No, I literally put it down for a second. He should have been watching his feet.
So let's just say I moan about driving, yes?
Yeah, driving. What was it? Driving and shoes on the floor then,
And
yeah?
then, when you pick us up from the stables, and Jamie's like, "Oh, you took forever." You're like, "Well, that's because I was low."
Do you feel like your dad can be a bit more stressy and snappy when he's got high sugars?
Definitely. Like,
Yeah.
100%.
I think we all are, to be honest.
And then when he's doing the washing up and we'll bring in a plate, he'll be like, "I'm high, you can't do this to me."
You're actually bringing my sugars down, Ashleigh. It's good, thank you.
Well, see? I told you, I'm like a doctor. I'm telling you.
Have you ever felt Have you ever felt embarrassed that your dad is a diabetic? Like, does it, like, if he's had to do an injection or something outside, does it make you feel a bit weary of people looking at you, or don't you really care?
Don't really care. Doesn't bother me. Right. Guys out there listening to the podcast, if anyone looks at you funny whilst you're doing an injection in public, get your insulin needle and just do it.
Yeah, that's it. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my
I
girl.
like it. I like the attitude, to be honest. I really do. That's exactly what my opinion is as well. Have you ever tested your blood sugars?
Yeah, sometimes when I'm going crazy, he goes, "You've got to check your blood sugars."
What levels have you been?
Good levels. Sometimes I hide under my cover because I don't want it to be done. Once I was like being crazy or something. They're like, "Let us check your blood sugars," because all like my mum, Jamie and Riley were all the same. They were like, "Let me check yours," and I said no, and then hid under my cover.
So you never actually found out what they were then?
No, they're probably good.
Do you ever think about it? You could have a slight higher chance that you might get it as your dad has it because it runs in genes. Have you ever thought about that?
It doesn't run in genes.
Oh, Jesus. You can't really run in jeans, to be honest.
All right, let me reword that then. Let me reword that then.
My door.
Yeah, I know. Let me reword that then. So, have you ever thought about there might be a slight higher chance that you might potentially get type 1 diabetes as your dad has it? You ever thought about that?
Nah, not really.
Nah.
To be honest, yeah. Doesn't really cross my mind.
Fair enough. That's good. It's good to be so laid back. I love the attitude.
I'll probably handle it really well, though, to be honest.
Better than my dad.
Yeah, I probably would, to be honest. Because I wouldn't get annoyed about shoes.
Do you ever think there'd be we'll be able to be cured? Do you ever think we'll get a cure?
Maybe, but not for you guys being annoying.
Ever thought about going into comedy, Ashleigh?
So everyone tells me that. I don't know why, though.
Because you say it how it is and it's brilliant.
Oh,
You're going comedy with that laugh.
It's
Sound
not
like
a
a
Jimmy
donkey.
Carr laugh. What do you think about me and your dad doing a podcast? Think it's good?
Well, when you do it by yourself, it's not as good as when I'm on it.
Oh, so we're saying we'll have to get you on more often then, yeah?
Obviously.
What do you reckon, Mike?
No.
No.
No, because, like,
Do you know how to carb count?
for every 10 carbs you do 1 unit.
That's it.
See, I'm just so smart. I remember once I was cooking dinner with my mum and I was counting the carbs and units. Really good at it.
Have you ever had to help him with a hypo? Like, have you ever had to feed him if he's gone really low, like a baby?
Yeah, I have actually, I think.
What did you have to do then? Did you?
I didn't know.
Oh, I just stole your sweets.
No, I have to give them to you. You don't just steal
Does that
them. I
count?
literally... I think it does count. Jamie had to shove food down his throat once.
That was hyper.
He used to have to, he shouted, he was like, "Nurse!" And Jamie would come running.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
I wasn't even speaking to whatever that was.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
You're not my nurse!
So we've got this week's episode featuring Ashleigh and Echo.
Literally. Oh my days. Shush mush.
Your dad has signed up to do the 1 million step challenge for Diabetes UK. Are you going to help him with that? You're going to go walking with him?
No.
I thought that would be the answer.
Wait, when did you sign up to that?
About a month ago.
I don't think you told me.
I shouldn't have to tell you.
Why?
Because you should know.
I'm not going to randomly ask you one day, have you signed up to this 1,000 step challenge?
You got any questions for me?
What made you guys start doing your podcast?
That's a good question. To raise awareness. So there's more people out in the world that can learn a bit more about diabetes.
No, because I feel like some people, they'll look at a type 1 diabetic and be like, oh, you're like, No, they always assume all diabetics are from like eating a bunch of stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes when my dad is dropping me to the stables, he plays part of his podcast, and it kind of makes me understand a little bit more. But
That's good. At least we know we're helping people then. Do you think it's funny?
some parts, yeah. One of them was really funny, but I can't remember what it was.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Do I have any more questions? Whose idea was it to start the podcast?
It was sort of a joint decision, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was sort of spoken about a couple of times, and then we just decided to just go for it.
I think I heard a podcast and just hated it, and I thought I could do it better.
Yeah, I think that's how it started. Like, we was discussing how we could put a podcast together as being normal and not being so robotic.
Doctorish.
Yeah, too informative. We keep it
As
real.
we say every week, people,
we are not doctors.
I am. No, I remember for ages though, like my dad used to always say to me like, "Oh, we're gonna start a podcast," but he always said it like in a jokey way, so I didn't believe him. And then randomly, it was like my podcast's out on Sunday, and he was like, "Oh, my podcast's out tomorrow," and then it was out.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't believe myself.
Were you guys very proud of yourself?
Of course we were, Ashley.
You know what? I think you deserve a round of applause. Ready?
Hey! Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ash. That's how you know she listened.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she knows. She knows the cue. She knows the cue.
You know what? Because I said that I need to get a round of applause somewhere during this, because you guys always do a little round of applause every week, and I'm never a round of applause, so I should be a round of applause.
Ashley, what's your win of the week? And then I'll think about your round of applause.
Basically, so ages ago, I fell off in the school, like the riding school, like horse riding, eh? Woo. I fell off. So I fell off this horse like one time, and then I got a lesson like the next week, and I fell off another horse, and then I didn't go in the school for ages, and then yesterday, Sunday, podcast day out day, I went back in the school and didn't fall off.
Oh, that is a win. So, all right, yeah, there you go. I'll give you a round of applause.
Whoa!
So what's been your struggle,
My
Ash?
struggle.
Having diabetic dad?
You complaining about shoes on the floor.
What's been your struggle?
My dad complained about shoes on the floor.
Has he done that a lot this week, has he?
Now Riley's agreeing with me. What's your biggest pet peeve about like being diabetic?
I hate going higher. Just being high in general, I really hate it. Like, it just really bugs me. I'll start getting angry. I'll probably start. You'll ask my wife this question, she'd probably say the same as you. I'll start moaning about shoes on the floor and why has that been put there? Why is that pillow not straight?
Someone's very picky. Why is that pillow not straight?
Nah, I'll just find little things to moan about when I'm high. That's probably my pet peeve. I really hate it.
Well, yeah, you and my dad are very alike then.
Yeah. I think that's why we get along so well, to be honest.
Best buddies.
Jack, you're my best friend.
My best friend, dia buddy,
Yeah, we're dire buddies, buddy.
diabetes friend.
Slightly in between us, isn't it? Friend. Thumbs up. Best friend. Hi, friend.
Yeah, thank you for joining us this week, Ashleigh.
Yeah, thank you, Ashley.
It's been a pleasure. I'm sure it's been a pleasure for your dad as well.
I think it's been literally the best day of your lives.
Yeah,
Been
well,
dreaming about this moment for years.
I think we'll have to get you on again.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much. You've had a round of applause. You've been a very special guest.
Woo!
Woo! And go and show this to all your friends at school.
Bye, guys.
Bye. It's been pretty pretty fun having your little girl on, mate.
Has it?
well, I say fun. It's been interesting.
Yeah, she's got my sense of humour, so it's all good.
100%. 100%. I can see her coming on again, to be honest.
Well, I think we'll end it there, and hopefully I don't trip over some shoes.
yeah. Stop shouting at your kids for leaving clips everywhere as well. Take care, people. Thank you very much for listening this week.
Thanks for listening.
And if you want to follow us on the socials, it's at WeAreT1D.
And mine is at T1D_Mike. And I'll try and add that one in every week because I know I messed up last week.
Thank you very much, guys.
See you later,
Take
people.
care.
That's a wrap, dudes.
That's a wrap.
Well, going through she tripped on a pair of shoes.
See, that's why Dad moans.